This is your daily dose of all things royal. Welcome back, my gorgeous, good-looking friends. What can I say? Hollywood is so pathetic. Do you realize the only reason why this award was even given to Harry was for pretty much publicity? Side note, how insecure must Harry be that he had to put lifts into his shoes? John Travolta is 6'2", Harry is 6'1", and it just appears that Harry is so much taller than him. I have this feeling that hashtag high heels Harry is going to start trending again. Anyhow, let's get back to talking about this latest bad publicity stunt. You would think if you're going to shell out $30,000 allegedly to pay for this award, you would at least show up and walk the red carpet like all the other honorees. But no, Harry thinks he's so special and so hounded by the paparazzi that he had to be different and go in through the back door at the Beverly Hills Hotel. Not for nothing, John Travolta is such a sellout for going along with this because it now diminishes the prestige of the actual award and pulls into question the legitimacy of the other honorees. You know what I'm saying? Sure, did anyone know the existence of this annual award prior to Harry? Most likely 99% of us would say no. Was the whole point of this to get more awareness? I think that could only be the answer, as well as Hollywood's fixation of getting close to a British member of the royal family. My guess is that Travolta quickly discovered the moment the Walmart version of the heir to the throne opened up his mouth that he was regretting his decision in endorsing this fiasco of a PR stunt.
Prince Harry, the Duke of Sussex.
Thanks very much, Captain John. Don't go running away. I was 1 year old. I was 1 year old when you danced with my mum. As you told everybody here, and you continue to dine out on that probably every single night. But look at us now. It's great. So if we're not going to dance together, we'll fly together. That's it. Thank you. We're done. I'd like to start with a heartfelt thank you to the living legends of aviation.
Okay, we got to talk about this acceptance speech and what a train wreck it has turned out to be. I mean, obviously, I don't see Meghan writing any of these words, so we know that he was left to his own devices on this one, and it is surely backfiring because you make a speech and you begin by saying, as if like the trinket that you received around your neck, oh, this is nice. Thanks very much, Captain John. Like, it just sounds so disrespectful, in my opinion. And then he continues on playing the Diana card again by saying, I was 1 year old when you were dancing with my mum, as you've always told everybody here, and continue to dine out on that probably every single night. Like, what was that all about? You know what I'm saying? Like, as if John Travolta is like fixated, just like he is on his mother. Come on now. And in addition to that, he manages to insult the host by poking at his age in this indirect way. It sounds so childish. And then he continues on by saying, but look at us now. It's great. So if we're not going to dance together, let's fly together. That's it. Thank you. We're done. And then shoos John Travolta away. Like, that was just flat out rude and crass. You have a prince of the British realm belittling an accomplished A-lister actor like that in front of the global stage, because we all know the whole world has now paid attention to this. So here you have Harry shooing John Travolta away. Whether he's trying to be funny or not, I think it was poor taste, in my opinion. But it also shows what an arrogant prick this guy is with zero humility. But then again, he bought this award. So, you know, why would he have any humility? He didn't earn it. So whatever. There was so much weirdness going on with this night. Then you had Lauren Sanchez rock up in this like plastic pleather, somewhat of a vixen dress, wearing a pink diamond ring the size of her head. And then you had Super Mario, another prince from Germany, apparently a descendant of the Rothschilds, pose with Harry in this random Instagram post. Like, nothing of this made any kind of sense aside from let's stroke each other's egos on this award and use it for clout. You know, this is Hollywood, man. And High Heels Harry needed something to bounce back from all the bad press that he had been recently receiving. And most recent had been this libel case that he had dropped with the Daily Mail. So he could focus on the security. But in any case, one person that was missing to have the opportunity on the red carpet was the Duchess Move Along herself. So where was Duchess Move Along? Well, the excuse that they used was that one of the so-called invisible kids had not been feeling well, so that's why she stayed home. Yeah, sure, Megs. Of course that would be the excuse. If the royal family is having a medical emergency, then guess what? Megsy's having a medical emergency. Anyhow, she decided not to show up, but I suspect that Harry didn't want her there. And I've been saying this all along. These two definitely are not rocking together and most likely are separated at this time. This was purely Harry's doing, with Harry's own team putting this together. The excuse of the invisible kid being sick and she had to be there is a lie. Most likely, she was told to stay away. But who really cares? From where I'm sitting, this looks like it is a desperate attempt to hang on to staying in the media to appear relevant. They have become so irrelevant that they're resorting to paying for these awards that nobody's ever heard of and calling Backgrid to stage these parking lot photo shoots. This is what they have now resorted to in order to not only stay in the media, but to make some cash. Don't be surprised if in the future we see Harry appearing in commercials and endorsing certain products. Like, I could totally see him do a spoof commercial for Burger King. I mean, this is what they have been reduced to. Had these two been able to just laugh off the South Park cartoon, I could honestly see them doing a Super Bowl commercial poking fun at themselves, which, I think that would go over well, but they have zero humility and they think that they've been wronged in so many ways. And the public is turned off because we all see that they have zero self-awareness. But most importantly, they have zero talent and they offer nothing to society, especially the corporations that thought that they were going to be making all this money off of them. But instead, what do we see? We see these puff pieces, most likely coming from the Sussex team, because we all know that Meghan is holding on to these titles for dear life. And particularly in this article, you smell the Sussex PR machine all over it, in which, in quotes, it says, Harry wants Meghan by his side as they line up meetings to air their grievances and make peace in a non-confrontational way, an insider tells Heat. It's time to cut losses, repair rifts, and ensure those titles don't go anywhere. Oh, we know Megs. She's going to try and take those titles to her grave. It will be a cold day in hell before she gives it up. And get this, they're still doubling down on this false narrative that they painted. It says here, while we're told the pair still strongly believe they have been misunderstood, they're also aware that they will have to approach their broken relationship with the royals carefully. They need to see it from a chess-playing perspective, looking at the long game rather than settling scores, our source explains. So now, instead of fighting head-on, they're taking a step back and trying a new approach. And it means biting their lips, keeping their heads down, and eating a large slice of humble pie. Oh, so this is the new approach? Because trashing the family and lying was not working. So now they have to try this of being humble? Oh, what a novel concept, although I don't think they're capable of doing it. That's just my opinion. And it seems Meghan is hoping to follow in the footsteps of one royal outsider who has managed to find her way back into the fold. After spotting Sarah Ferguson at the annual Sandringham Christmas Day Royal Walkabout, our insider says Meghan is hoping to learn a thing or two about winning over the king. We're told Meghan sees how Sarah has been accepted back into the family and finds it encouraging. Well, Meghan, listen, at this point, you're going to need to at least wait your time. I mean, Sarah, how many years has it been before Sarah was able to come back? You're going to have to wait till like the king and William pass away before you can even step foot on any kind of property. I hope when William becomes king, he brings back the tower and banishes her from the kingdom. But while Harry and Meghan are seemingly set on rebuilding burnt bridges for the greater good of Bran Sussex, oh, not because of family and, being good human beings, this is for the brand, right? We're told the pair still aren't entirely willing to bend the knee, revealing that the stubborn streak still runs deep, our insiders say. Harry really longs to have his family back in his life, but he can't be the only one trying. Meghan's agreed they'll need to bring their children, Archie 4 and little Betty 2, to see Charles if they want to make any headway in mending things. Oh, so now we're using the kids as the pawns in order to get back into the family fold. This is like really crazy that somebody would actually write this crap. But the effort can't be one way. They really want to see a reunion, but they're not going to beg. Well, no, they are begging because they have no money. And, they recognize that they effed up. And this is comical that they keep putting these stupid pieces out. Nobody ever talks about Meghan reconciling with her father, which, also too should be mentioned. But, obviously this is for Bran Sussex, and Bran Sussex doesn't include any of the Markles. So, well, I just have to see. Hopefully this all comes out in court, which I think will be the big story for this couple this year, in my humble opinion. But what do you guys think? Do you think that this is getting beyond insanity right now? It's like reeks of desperation, in my opinion. But love to know your thoughts. As always, I will be back with more content. But until then, please be safe, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.
You're such a fraud.